Hello, this is John at the Home Caregiving Channel. I'm on part 2 of a budget. I just cut it off because I went over 17 minutes. I'm going to have to cut some time off of that first one. But remember, we're doing the budget here. We got a budget of $5,450. We got income of $5,000. We're $450 over budget. This is a reality for a lot of people out there. This is a reality, including me. Including me. So, apartment you can't do nothing about. Electric, you can. I got a light on over my stove right now, and I've got one right here because of the video, but I don't need that light on over the stove. It's daylight outside. I turn a light on and leave everything off when the sun goes down. I just don't consume electricity. You can reduce your electricity. Leave your apartment or house on 76 when you come home from work. Drop it down to 74. That's a lot less energy. Cut off lights, my outside light. My daughter called the cops the other day because she ain't heard anything out of me. So she did a wellness check on me. Well, I turned the outside light on to a police officer. It was kind of odd doing that with him, but I left that light on for 3 days. I caught it today. Reduce the electric. Reduce your hot water tank. It don't need to be 180 degrees. Cut that thing down a little bit. Put a blanket around your hot water tank to hold that heat in the water system instead of heating up the little room it's in. Don't use the oven as much. I don't because the thing went out. My oven's broke. It won't keep the temperature. But I've got a temporary oven over there I can put over there and do that, and it uses a lot less energy. So, reduce that electric by $50. Okay? So now you're down not 450, you're down 400 short. Okay? So you can reduce that electric by $50. Car is what car is. Unless you can do it over car loan. All right? Do it again on the same car to see if you can bring the price down. Bring the price down. But I'm gonna say it's $600 on a car. Nothing there. Food, I'm afraid food is one that gets cut all the time, but we're going to not cut that first. That's the last thing I would ever cut, is food. 2 credit cards. 2 credit cards. You know, this economy is going to change 5 years, 7 years, 8 years out. You can tell the credit card, until further notice, I will only pay the interest. The card's charged up. You can't charge no more. And you can tell a credit card. My son did this. I wish I thought of that. But you can only pay the interest. Now the interest keeps going up because of the economy. So that may not be so viable, but it'll bring your price down anyway because you're not paying on the principal. The principal remains. So let's say you do, on your credit cards, you do pay principal. And let's say it's $80 interest on both cards. That's $160 you will pay on interest. Your credit cards is $450. Let's see, I need a cheat sheet. $450 at minus 160, that's a $390 difference. So pay credit cards only interest. And that's $160. Okay, that's a good jump if it's true. I believe it is. I truly believe it is. Okay, so let's just keep it there. Cell phones. Do you know I have Wi-Fi in my house? I've got a brand new phone. I don't have a SIM card because I don't use it as a phone. I use it as a computer. So, could you use a phone in your house as a computer and cross off one of them $100 bills? Do it off of Wi-Fi. You can do Wi-Fi calling. I ain't figured that out yet, but they got it out there. So let's say you, Dad or Bob, don't really need I'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. We're going to take, on cell phone, one's going to go into the home as a computer, no SIM card. There's no $100 charge then. You're not using it as a phone. You drop the line. But you're using it as a computer off your Wi-Fi. Okay? So you can drop $100 off it right there. Now I'm going to say, go get a burner phone. You can get that for $50. Stay away from the Big W. Go to Family Dollar or something. Big W charged me $60 for 50 minutes. I said, this ain't gonna do it because I paid for the phone. So now I know my burner phone, for the month, I can get all the text, all the talk, all the web for $19 for a month. Because I can go to the Big W. So let's say $19, just say you come up with some money where you get a burner, all right, or an old phone or something. All of us got old phones in the house. Let's say you take let's say $20, okay? Now you saved $80 on your phones if you do it that way. You want a cheap phone for the one that gives up the phone in case of emergency. $19 a month, that's doable. That's doable. You still saved $80. Okay? Medical and RX. Seniors out there, I know, I'm getting there. Sometimes you just don't fill your RXs. You ain't got the money. And that can be detrimental. Medical? Do you really need that x-ray on your foot? I think you do. I think you do. But maybe you put off that hearing test. Maybe you can put off that dental a little bit longer. I forgot about dental. Oh my God, I won't put that in medical. Maybe you can put off that doctor's visit that you wanted to go get checked out on. Like, I need to go annual physical. I can do that. You know why? Insurance still pays 100% on annual. They're trying to catch something before it gets too bad. So I can do my annual physical. Remember that. If you need to go to the doctor and you have insurance, it's most likely 100% paid on an annual visit. So that could help. I gotta keep watching these videos. So we took the $300 cell phone down to $220 because we brought the cheap phone in, a phone that's laying around now or something, and got a cheap plan away from the Big W. Mine is $19 a month for everything. So there's old senior services out there. that are cheap. You just want to get something cheap in case of emergency. If you wrecked your car, if you had a flat, if you stuck over from work. In my job, I worked at the prison, and they stuck you out all the time. I wouldn't show up till the next morning. No way to call. They wouldn't let me call. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So let's go on. Medical. We're going to try to reduce that $50. So that would be $150 instead of $200. Gas. The interstate highway out here, 75 miles per hour is the minimum, is the speed limit. 75. I drive 65. Why do I drive 65? I have to wash my rear end. They not on a phone in the car and slam me. But I drive 65 because it's cheaper on gas. It's cheaper. Maybe you can get off that foot a little bit, Mom and Dad, teenagers. Drive a little bit slower. You can take that 200 gas down to 150 easy just by reducing your foot. You can change your spark plugs. My car's never been changed since 2013. I'm just about ready. I think it's time to change spark plugs. It's got 246,000 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? You can bring it down a little bit. Just get your foot off the gas. Now, insurance, car, and house. I've got mine at liability right now. I have no insurance when I drive. That's risky. But I'm on Social Security. And I don't drive very far. You know what I'm saying? So I reduced my car to $98 what I pay a month. I was paying $250 a month. I dropped it down to $98. We'll call that $100 and we'll save $200. Now we're gonna add up and see what we did on our budget. I'll give you this so you can even add it up. Okay? I'm going to have to do it on the part 3 on this one. I'll be right back.